Hello and welcome to the channel. So typically when you want to close a frunk, the direction is to close it down and then use both hands on either side of the logo to press down. Well, if your hands are full, that may not be an easy thing to do. So how can you do that where you can get your frunk to close hands free? That's what it's going to be about. This, by the way, is not going to be a full thing with the whole auto frunk. So I did a mod on my car where I've got the full auto frunk, auto open, auto close. That involved changing the struts. This one is a lot simpler. There's no struts changing above there. All you're doing is just adding something to the latch. So again, what that does is it removes the need for you to have to use your hands and press down to close the frunk, because again, if your hands are full, especially if you got the frunk loaded, if your hands are full, you don't have extra hands to do that. With this mod here, you simply just bring the frunk down and walk away. That's it. So how do you do that? Let's find out. Alright, today I've got this Satonic Frunk auto closer. It's basically a soft closer, a smart frunk soft closer. This is version 2. I've got a version 1 that I initially ordered, but before I put it in, they came with version 2, and so Satonic sent me the version 2 to install instead. So I'll probably do a giveaway with the version 1 that I have, but this is just going to be replacing the latch that will soft close, so you don't have to do the pressing when you close the trunk. You don't have to press all the way anymore. And so what's in it? We've got some instructions, which I'll see how well this goes, and then we've got the kit. Yeah, this is a lot smaller than the auto frunk because it doesn't have the struts that you're changing here. And so with this, you've got the power connectors, positive, negative. You have the actual module for the soft close. This also has your emergency release, and that's connected to the latch. So this is going to be the latch that you're going to be adding on to the original one to do the latch. And then you've got the power connectors, and then you have zip ties and the rest of the connectors to get to power. So let's see how we go about installing this. Alright, well, first things first, we're taking off the air filter. We're going to take out the frunk. So for that, it's pretty easy. Let's bring this out here. Alright, so now that I'm done with that, before we start working on this, I'm going to just trace the outline of the existing Tesla lock onto this. If you have like a lighter colored Sharpie, like a silver Sharpie, that will work good, but black works fine also too, because this is going to come off and you're going to put it back on. I just want to make sure that you are within the boundaries of the original one. So ideally what you're twisting is just these two sides here to make sure that when you put this back in, you are right within margin. So got that traced out there as best as I can. Alright. So matter of fact, I'm gonna take this here first. This is my top. So there we go. And that's that. And then oops, look, there's a hole there. So now the locking mechanism is off. I'll put this bolt. If you have a long nose plier, I recommend you get one. It can be very handy with it. Try with this. This is the original Tesla lock, right? I've taken it off this body. I've not messed with this hook here. I have the Satonic one here. One thing you're gonna do is when you put it together, it should basically align. So the Tesla lock is in front, the Satonic one comes behind it. And so if we just want to align the holes together, just to give you an idea of how it fits. And then what needs to happen is, I've got this hook here, or one original Tesla, that's the spring lock. This bolt, this hook from Sonic one needs to go onto this. So this needs to come out first. The original spring lock needs to come out. This go in, and then the spring goes on top of this. That's where the hard work is taking this out, putting this on, and getting that back. So also there's something here that you want to be careful you don't mess with. It's in the instructions to be careful to protect whatever, however this is set. So keep a note to not mess with that. So, and this is where the long nose plier comes in handy for working this spring. So this, with the long nose plier, I'm gonna take this, and my hope is to try to just take it and move it. Let's see how well we do first. I don't want this to also spring too loose, so right there, I'm just gonna rest it right on that over there. I'm gonna take this, align them as they should. Again, they should fit pretty good. Then I'm taking this, bringing it, and going to, okay, I just locked it. So alright, so now the spring is in. Now I have to take this hook and bring it back under there, just like that. So again, this is on, so this is not coming out because it's under the spring, and then the spring is back. So that part is done. Next part, that's it. We gotta put it back and make sure that our stuff lines up with the original outline. So I'm gonna get my bolts back and see how this goes. So again, from this side, that's what it looks like. We'll move these wires around in a little bit, but that's it. Even though you'll mark this, you might still need to do some wiggling after anyway, so don't be too concerned. But this is good because I can already see right now I'm too far this way from my marking. So before you tighten the screws or the bolts, you'll have to make your final adjustments. So again, this has to come that way, and this needs to come up on this side. This side is good. This side needs to come up. There we go. Then I'm gonna take this and still need to come a little bit this way. There we go. Not too much. Just a little bit more. There we go. I think that's it. Alright, so now tighten this and tighten this. Okay. So actually before I decide to mount this motor somewhere, I'm actually going to connect to power and just test operations, make sure everything is good. So I'm taking this, putting it back in here. Right, that's back in. And then this is going to be a pigtail that will connect to the emergency release, but we'll come back to that. So right now, take this power. This is your positive, this is your ground, so you need this. So this here goes into this, right? So with that, I'm gonna take this and that's connected. I'm gonna cover this fuse here. So now I've got my ground and my positive. So gonna connect the ground first. Again, you can tap any part of the body. I'm probably gonna just tap to this piece over here. Alright, so now I need to connect this to the positive terminal. I'm gonna put this on here and screw it on with so let's see. Gonna put this on this right at the end of it. Just like that. Top here instead. that, this guy doesn't go back here just yet. This is the pigtail, so I take this off, and then this will now go into this, and then this goes into this. There we go. It works. So basically, once the frunk pushes this, it automatically activates the motor. So I just did that. Let me open it again. Going to also do another quick test with this. Alright, so that works still. Alright, now I want to do a proper test of closing the frunk. I have tested it without closing the frunk. Let's just see what happens now. So you bring it down, and that's it. So I feel like this doesn't have any screws that you mount to anywhere, so it's probably going to be just zip ties that you mount to somewhere. So I need to make sure it's in a place that it's secured pretty good. So like I was saying, it's too far to put it on this side because the emergency release wire is not long enough to go all the way. So it's got to be either somewhere here or somewhere here. And I think I'm probably gonna just put it in this space over here. But I'm gonna use this zip tie. So I've got this foot-long zip ties that I'm gonna use. Satonic doesn't include zip ties, but these are like, I don't know, 4 inches. So this is good for wire management, but not for attaching this. So if you don't have long zip ties, you might want to get some of those if you're going to do what I'm doing. So first, let me bring this back out. Okay, so that's going to go here. Now I want to see, how do I want to, over there. Yeah, that's probably gonna do it. Just put it right here in this groove over here. So okay, just pop that. These are the contacts to release the frunk if you have on this power. And so then I'm gonna take the emergency release cable and thread that into here. So it comes out like that. Let's see. So let's see one more time. You really want to make it something like this. Something like this might be a better deal. I'm gonna test this and see if I can put the frunk back in with it on this. That might be what we need to do. So this is not final, this is just initial. And I actually like the cable going that way, so let's lock this in place first. Okay. Alright. pretty secure. Again, I have not tested this to see how it's gonna fit with the frunking, so I hope I'm good. I'm just gonna shorten up some of this loose tabs here. But yes, so that's there. I'll do the cable routing. I've got emergency release cable in there still, and I did it in a way such that if I need to pull, then it's pulling straight. So this is this, and so let's do some cable management. We're gonna just probably route it along these lines over here. So let me show you what I'm gonna do. This time I'm using the Satonic provided smaller wire. So that's my also terminal that's over there. Just gonna bring that down a little bit, right? Tuck this behind. Gonna pass this around just so it's out of the way. And then it comes over here. I've got this that's coming from here. Going to see. So it looks like I can get all of them wrapped up together somewhere around here. So again, bringing this under. I could have passed this under that way. Actually, which this is the good thing about this. I can take this here and disconnect. Now, please be careful. If you're gonna do this, keep that hose back on it. You don't want that touching the body. Alright, so there we go. Okay. And so then I'm gonna take this and connect it right back. And then also you want to make sure you have the rubber protector overlapping both sides, and that's a positive connection there. You don't want that touching the battery and the body. So now taking this and looping. Let's loop. Alright, so this is good, and what I'll do is I'll just take all of this like this and put them together over here. Okay. Alright. So just you have this from Tesla that went into the original Frunk opener, and then you have, this is not wanting to come out. Okay, you have a splitter that came with the auto Frunk piece, auto Frunk closer. Your pigtail from the front goes into the Tesla lock now, and then your original Tesla one goes into the auto Frunk part. Make sure you align them and then press the tab. And so that's the connection now. So basically this is powering the soft closer using the power from Tesla. So when you send a command to unlatch, it knows to release. And so with this, I'm actually going to tuck this behind so that I can hold it down. This is for the emergency front release. It's going to come in handy. But yeah, on that note, we are done here. Time to put things back and call this a wrap. So first things first, what we're going to do is put the AC filter, the HEPA filter back. Then we'll put the Frunk body, and then go from there. We're going to take this and set it back. There's not much to it, just need to align the holes back on both sides. So that is the modification. Hopefully that's been very helpful, and if it has, don't forget to hit the buttons, like, share, and subscribe. And so again, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to put in the comments. Definitely happy to engage and provide feedback however I can. This was through Satonic. I'm gonna put a code and the link in the description, so if you want to order anything, you have a discount you can apply to get some savings off of that. And see you next time.